Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Rapper Julio Foolio was shot dead on Sunday in Tampa, Florida. Now, investigators are saying that they are close to breaking the case wide open. And they have a little help. You see, fam, there's a guy by the name of Yungeen Ace. He dropped a diss video talking about Gameover. That's the name of the song, Gameover, where he talked about killing one person and injuring four. That is the carnage left behind on the day that Julio Foolio was murdered. There was 3 people injured, 1 person dead. Fam, I want y'all to listen to some of these lyrics. Family, Yungeen said, 4 in the car, 1 of them dead, 3 I hit. I kill for this SHIT. I told them niggas, they don't want no war with this. I kill for this. I live for this. I wonder how the investigators are getting their information. Where is the evidence coming from? Where are the witnesses coming from? That's it. Family. I saw a post on social media, just yesterday, and the post read, what is something that a person from the 90s would not believe is happening today? This is one of those things. It's just like the self-snitching. That's one of the things. We can talk about a whole lot of weirdo stuff that's going on, including a 34-time convicted felon running for president of the United States against a guy who don't even know where he is. Family, I really do believe we're at the end. This got to be the end. This is really weird. This is a really weird society that we live in. A bunch of weirdos. Criminals everywhere from the top on down. They used to call Hollywood just Hollywood. They still do call Hollywood Hollyweird. But man, the whole country, I think it's contagious. I think the entire country is weird now, full of weirdos. Self-snitching is at an all-time high. It used to be when you self-snitch, you'd have to be interrogated. It'd have to be a situation where they trick you into telling on yourself. Or perhaps you did a little pillow talking, or you was talking on the phone to somebody, and unbeknownst to you, the phone was tapped. Now, these dudes are going out, assuming that what he says in the song is true, if that's a connection there between Julio Foolio's death and the song. They're telling you after they get down how they got down. Julio Foolio did the same thing. He made songs dissing the dead, talking about how he get down, how he got down on people. So this dude is doing the same thing. They don't see the connection that the result is death or the penitentiary. They gotta see it, but it's like they're so consumed with attention. They want to be seen so badly. They want to feel important so badly that they'll do anything, including risk their life and their freedom. What happened to just being a class clown to get attention? Come on, youngster, help me out. Because that's what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to get some attention, just be the class clown. That's if you didn't want to do something positive. If you didn't want to put the work in, Just the low-hanging fruit is just say something funny in the classroom and make everybody laugh, right? The worst thing that could happen, you go to the principal's office. Worse than that, maybe you get some detention, or maybe you get suspended, for being a serial jokester. But other than that, fam, not all, but a lot of these youngsters today, they're in bad shape, and they didn't get there by themselves. I submit to you that the generation before them put them in the position that they're in by abandoning them, and whether it was because they got cracked out, doped out, or whatever, or they went to jail, or they died, they took off for whatever reason. The generation before them failed. And guess what? The new generation, I want y'all to hear something right now, all of you youngsters right now that's listening. That's not an excuse for you to fail, you see, because I could have failed back on that same excuse. I was failed by the generation before me. I could have used that same excuse, but I understood that I wanted better for myself and my kids. So I was determined to break the cycle. You can too. So don't try to sit back and use that as an excuse, because it ain't gonna work in a court of law. And it also ain't gonna work when it comes down to your peace of mind. It's family. Look, I know a lot of youngsters out there that are doing good. So let's make sure we separate that. A lot of youngsters are doing phenomenal. It's the ones who are kicking up the most dust that get the most attention, but it's negative attention. And it's attention that don't last long, because sooner or later, they going to jail or they're going to get their head knocked off. That's automatic. That's going to happen. So the question to you is, well, you got to ask yourself. I ain't going to ask you. You got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it to sell some records, to get some likes, to get some subscribers, to get some followers? Is it worth giving these people 30 years of my life, 20 years of my life? Is it worth getting my head knocked off, lying up in a morgue with a wire cut in my chest? Is it worth it? I'm not going to even say what it does to your parents and your loved ones and stuff, because a lot of y'all really don't care about your parents. You don't even care about your loved ones. But I would think at the very least you care about your damn self. You don't care about nobody else. At the very least, you should care about yourself. At the very least, you should not want for your demise to come while lying on a street, bleeding out like a dog. People walking by, going by their day. People walking by, going by their day. Police coming through, they laughing, they joking. Like life just goes on, and you out of here. You don't want that, but maybe you do. Let us pray. This dude, if he's remotely involved in the murder of Julio Foolio, who by most people's account was not a good person anyway, but you know how they do it. They don't care, good or bad. They getting 2 for 1. They can get 2 black men off the streets. Oh yeah, man, they'll take it, dead or alive. They want your body warm or cold. They will take it. So, the question is it worth it? That's what you got to ask yourself. Is it worth it? Because they'll take your body warm or cold. If dude is involved in any way whatsoever with that murder, he can get his cell block ready, because he's going to jail. No more talk.